Good afternoon. How's everybody on YouTube doing? Dave here. I just arrived, even though I, I had the tendency of trying to wake up early so I could stay in the gym for a little bit longer. I had woken up since 3:30, but by the time I got up, washed my face, went downstairs and just got me a bowl of soup that they had prepared. Um, it was already 4:40. So between fighting with traffic, people don't know how to drive out here in Texas. I'm fighting with traffic, and by the time I got to the Gold Gym here in Austin, it was already 5 o'clock. So I'm gonna try to enjoy it as much as I can. And oh, the water's real hot, and I'm in the jacuzzi because the swimming pool's a little bit cold, but the jacuzzi's hot. And more than anything else, I just needed to relax underwater. Um, I'm gonna dip this camera underwater with me, but I know for a fact that the door is sealed. The where the USB-C is sealed, the door of the USB-C is sealed, and of course this is the Insta. The Insta360 One X2. It's supposed to be a fun camera. Well, it's kind of fun. As long as it maintains its waterproofness, it's always going to be a fun camera for me. So we're going to go down, and I'm going to go down for just a little bit because this is hot water. This is boiling water, actually. It's very, very hot. So I'm going to keep it down for just a tad, and then bring it right up because the seals might not last with the hot the water being so hot. But here we go. Oh yeah, it's a good camera. Good camera. Unfortunately, the Wi-Fi system doesn't work well, and I have the same issue with the Wi-Fi system on the Insta360 One R. On both the One R with a 1-inch Leica lens, and the one that interchanges with the 4K 360 modules. Don't get me wrong, they're good cameras. They're real good cameras. I think Insta360 did a real good job in the creation of these cameras. The only thing is that I'm having problems with both. I've had problems with the Insta One R for the longest time. I pretty much gave up on it. Although I still use it, but what I do is I just, instead of transferring it to my phone, I take the SD card out and put it on my iMac Pro, the desktop computer at home. I'm having the same problem with with this one here, with the One X2, but and I've already had customer service. Actually, I had customer service tell me to take it back. I've only had it for about a month and a half, and I already have Wi-Fi issues. I sent them the video, and they saw the video, and they realized that I had a defective camera of some sort. But I don't think I'll send it back. I don't think, especially since I have an event this weekend. If I send this back, I don't want to use the Insta360 One R for that event. I wanted to use the One X2. Oh, more than likely, I'll just keep it the way it is. I'm not running anything to the iPhone anyway, so I stopped doing that. I lost the faith in the Wi-Fi system, which is okay because I take the SD card out. It gives me a chance to clean the camera of any debris or anything that might have been stuck in there, and gives me a chance to take the SD card out and put it in the iMac Pro and run it from there. Um, the studio version for the Mac version works fine for what I need it. Okay, enough about cameras. Well, lo and behold, we're at the Gold Gym, and I'm pretty much relaxing in the pool here. I'm gonna put the camera on its camera stand, pretty much take it out of the water. I'm gonna put it right here, and let it record me for a little while, so I can be a little bit hands-free. I'm sure you can hear my voice. There ain't no wind back here, especially since the building is pretty much covering the wind from the north. The water's pretty hot, so I'm gonna dip down for just a few seconds. Oh, that water feels good. I have my glasses on because the sun is still out and it's facing me, and it's obvious that we're not going to have any shade anymore since this palm tree was frozen with our recent snowstorm right there. See that palm tree right there? You're slowly ripping it out because it's dead and dry. I hear noises, but I don't see anybody in the water. The swimming pool's over there. Even though the water's kind of cold, I'm probably going to dip in there at the last minute. I still got a few more minutes. I wish I would have spent an hour here. Would have been nice just to relax. Pretty much it creates for the body to soak itself in the hot water to the point that, and see, my fingers are not wrinkled yet. I usually get them to the point that they're wrinkled, like beyond wrinkled. I mean, they're super wrinkled. That's when I know that I've been in the water enough. I am a water person. I mean, naturally, who isn't? You know, we all shower every day. But we always tend to touch some type of water or something. In my case, I do try to shower every day. But my main objective is to maybe just do some weight and relax in the swimming pool. Do my exercises. I do my daily exercises in the pool. Scientists and doctors have said that people that are out there weightlifting and pretty much putting a lot of pressure into their muscles, into their system, is a lot of pressure. You gotta have a good heart system for that. I'm kind of old already. I'm in my upper 50s already. People say that I'm at the halfway of my point of life, but I don't know. I get up every morning like, mainly because I'm a little bit overweight. I'm trying to lose some weight, so I do my exercises in the swimming pool. Doctors have said that by doing the exercises in the swimming pool is the equivalent to busting your butt in there lifting weights. Because all you gotta do is lift weights and maybe build a muscle, but for 1 or 2 days that you skip it, the muscle shrinks back down to human tissue. Unless you're taking steroids or some other illegal additive, then it'll stay puffy. But not for me. I just want to take life at a very calm rate, very quiet. You know, in Mexico, and I'm going to bring this little subject up as soon as I stop in here. You know, in Mexico, the day-to-day living for the people in Mexico is somewhat kind of like what I wish to have. I remember in my childhood years, I would go visit my grandparents in Mexico, and the town was like the town plaza was super quiet. Not a vehicle was churning. Maybe just a bird, one of those blackbirds would croak. And then maybe once in a while you would hear the church bell ding ding, ding ding. It's like quiet, a quiet town. Well, that's more or less the everyday deal in Mexico, because I asked my grandma once. She said, "Why is this town so quiet?" He said, "Oh, we're on lunch break." I said, "Wait a minute, what do you mean a lunch break?" But it's been quiet almost for 2 hours, almost 3 hours. Oh, our lunch break is 2 3 hours. So they actually sometimes take their lunch break from 1 o'clock in the afternoon to about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. They take a longer lunch break than the people here in the U.S., where sometimes when I was at my work, I would get a 20-minute break and I had to get back on the road. You know, life in Mexico runs like honey. It drifts down slowly, slowly, slowly. You know, there's no worry, there's no cares in the world over there. It's calm. You can actually go to the plaza and sit down in one of the plaza seats, hopefully next to a tree because it's always sunny and hot. Next to a tree and just take a nap, relax. And there's a certain smell, not sewage. There's a certain smell in Mexico that's different from the United States and different from any other country in the world that I've imagined. And I can't imagine because I've been there. I've been to the Philippines and it smells different from the United States. The moment you get off that airline, you know you're in the Philippines because there's a certain tree that gives out a ferment, especially near the airport, near the airport in Cebu. There's a certain tree that gives out a ferment that the people in the Philippines don't even realize that it's there, but for us that are tourists, as we're coming in and we breathe, we're in the Philippines. I know when I'm in the Philippines, even if I had my clothes, my eyes off. I had my clothes off, no, my eyes off. I've gone to Thailand, and there's a different smell from the Philippines in Thailand. Something more of a spice. It gets you to maybe rub your nose maybe twice to get adjusted to the smell, and then it kind of goes away. I've been to Hong Kong. Well, Hong Kong, they don't actually let you go outside because I didn't actually stay in Hong Kong. It was just a connecting flight. It was, well, the inside of the airport just smelled like food because there's a food court just down the corner. South Korea. I got off that aircraft from South Korea, and of course we're still under the airport, but there's areas where they give you a chance to go outside. There's like bay areas. Another thing I can say about South Korea is that the moment I came outside, I could feel the bitterness of cold, and of course it wasn't the winter season, but maybe for them it was because it was the month of September. And I'd go outside and I was like, oh my gosh, and it's this cold that would like hit your skin, and it would like needles. It would hurt. The coldness hurt there. And I would imagine how the people live there. I'm sure they have a summer. I'm sure they have days when it's hot, but who knows? I'm here in Central Texas in the Austin area, and we got the sun outside, and this heat doesn't actually hit me hard. I transferred to the swimming pool because it was getting kind of hot in there. The swimming pool is cool, but it's nice because it feels nice. So I'm gonna dip my head underwater for just a few seconds so I can get the coolness in my face because I'm burning hot. Okay, let's get this camera. Let's get this camera to cool down also. I'm sure it was in the jacuzzi, and let's get it to cool down a bit here also. Let's see. And water's starting to warm up. It's not really warming up. My body's getting used to the cold water. It wasn't really that cold. It was cold. The thing is that when you're coming out of a hot environment into cold water, it tends to be colder than what it is. But it's getting better now. I got 5 more minutes before I gotta get the heck out of here, because I still need to stop at one more place before I head to work. So, I'm gonna adjust the camera this way a little bit. It's been interesting, it's been fun, and I could probably continue this vlog and head on to the ranch. There's really nothing to film at the ranch other than the onions are growing, the watermelons are growing. Hopefully we don't get another winter cold front, because then it'll ruin our crops. I'll just leave it up to here at the gym area. Let me dip in one more time in water. And it's the way the previews had said. This is a fun camera, although I have issues with the Wi-Fi. It's no big deal. I wasn't really. I never really transferred things to my phone anyways. I take the SD card out and I place it in the iMac Pro computer at home. I'll probably end up just buying me an iMac, maybe a MacBook Pro with at least 3 terabytes of space, and maybe either 16 or 32 gigs of RAM. One of those customizable ones. Then I can probably just run my movies and do my editing from work, since sometimes I have time at work to park and settle down, and instead of watching my local soap operas, I could be editing movies and stuff. Anyway, y'all have a good day. Let me take my gloves off. Y'all have a good day, and maintain that social distancing. Maintain that social distancing. Don't forget to go to church on Sunday. And maintain yourself as clean and healthy as possible, because we still have that virus going on. And if somebody from the Philippines is watching this video, please call your local president, President Duarte, and tell them that there's people here in the United States that are not sick of the COVID-19 and wish to enter the Philippines on a tourist visa. We are not sick and we want to go in there. I had to cancel. Actually, I canceled last year's plane ticket, airline ticket, and they still haven't been able to give me my money back. I pretty much blew almost $3,000 in airline tickets away because the airlines refused to give me my money back. So up to now, I've been able to save half of the airline ticket, and I sure have not booked anything in the Philippines because your President Duarte has not been able to open the borders. I don't like the idea that the fact that I only have 15 days, or actually 12 days of vacation, and 7 of those days I gotta spend it in quarantine in the Philippines, knowing that I'm not even sick. You know. So I'm just gonna go to the Philippines, be quarantined 7 days, maybe up to 14 days, and then come right back to the United States because my vacation was gone on those 14-day quarantines. I'm not like the rest of the Americas that they get to have a month or 2 month vacation. No, I only get 15 days or less. So you all need to try to do away with that stuff and open up the economy. You all are suffering. People are suffering. They need to bring in some good old American dollar back in so people start having a normal life again. That's all I have to say anyway. So, and I'm not here to offend anybody in the Philippines. And if I did, I apologize. The Philippines is like a second country to me. I don't think I can retire there, but for health reasons, I probably wouldn't survive. I would survive a few years, but I would have to return to my country to die over here because your medical system is different. Anyways, I'm not going to go into that. You all have a good day and God bless.